Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us live today. I am Jennifer Smith, and I have Connie Rose with me today. She's going to be discussing her wellness presentation that she's doing tonight at 7:30, which is the frequency wellness. So, how are you, Connie?
I am excited to be with you. It's always so good to be with you, Jennifer. You're amazing. I love your energy and your commitment to getting the word out about what is possible with frequencies and high vibe living, right?
Yes, yes. The quantum living, right? High vibrations. That's what we need. That's what we
Yes.
need for health. That's what we need for manifestation. So, yeah, I always enjoy hearing about what you have going on because it's a little bit different than the things I do. So why don't you talk a little bit about what the presentation's about tonight?
Yeah, so tonight at 7:30, one of my business partners, Wendy, and I are going to be, she's actually going to start with about the history of quantum physics and how that has laid the foundation over 100 years ago for what we have available today. And it's so interesting because, why was that 100-year gap there? Which some of us know why. And it's so great we're living in a time such as this that we could actually be using this technology again, right? So
Mhm.
basically, with this, the software is so advanced. It has over 171,000 frequencies to help optimize your body. It helps balance your emotions, and it helps reprogram your mind. So it's really like body, mind, soul, like all of it. And
Mhm.
as a foundation really of what the software does, because they have now identified, science has gotten to the point where they have now identified the perfect frequencies of all parts of our physical body, because we're more than just our physical body. And
Mhm.
you're kidding yourselves if you think that we're just, this is it, if this is all we get is just what's in the physical, because we also have an emotional body that's a little bit further than our physical body, and then our
Mhm.
mental body, and then of course way out here is our spiritual body. So it's like we actually inhabit, they could measure now your heartbeat 3 feet away from your heart, so
Mhm.
that's all in the world of frequencies. So they've now identified what it is for the perfect frequency for example, for your heart, all parts of your heart, how it functions, how it interacts with within your circulatory system, how that interacts with your digestive system, and like everything, right? So they now know like what is the perfect frequency. I tell my clients, everything's a frequency in a brain pattern. So they now know what is the perfect frequency for all parts of our physical body. I mean, it's massive information. All parts of our emotional body, all parts of our mental body, all parts of our spiritual body. And it's so precise. So everyone has a frequency blueprint. Just like you have your own thumbprint that's totally unique to you, you have a frequency blueprint, totally unique to you. And the software can detect it through the quantum field, so that it's so specific that it's the odds that your frequency blueprint is like anybody else's is 1 in 4.3 trillion. There's only 8 billion
Mhm.
people on the planet, so it's pretty darn specific. So it'll read your frequency blueprint, and then it compares it to what I like to call those frequencies of perfection. In my world, those are divine frequencies, those frequencies of perfection. So it looks at your frequency blueprint, compares it to the divine blueprint, and then the software knows, okay, what do I need to send to Connie's frequency blueprint to bring her back into alignment so she resonates with the divine. And we know when we're in alignment, things just work a whole lot better.
They work a whole lot better, right? So the software itself, I know that there's an app. So is this something you can do with your phone? Can you
Yep.
kind of walk through that
You could,
just a little bit? And I know tonight you're going to be diving in really deep about everything. So we're just kind of scratching the surface here. But is it something you put on your iPhone? Is it
you could
an
put it
app?
on your
What is it?
phone, you could put it on your tablet, you could put it on your computer. So basically
Mhm.
any platform that has the internet. It used to be a $38,000 big device. And the founder of the company said, this is so important that everybody has access to this, that he rewrote all of the software and put it on basically so that it could be done on like right now we're using Google Chrome, right? And so any internet platform, you can use the software. Now, I will say I have a dedicated device of a tablet because, again, you can imagine 171,000 frequencies. There's a lot of information going back and forth. So on your phone, I don't know about you, Jennifer, but I have a lot of information on my phone. I have lots of pictures. I have lots of videos. I got lots of apps. So while I can use it on my phone, I prefer to use it on my tablet just because there's so much data going back and forth. It works a little bit better on a dedicated device. But yeah, it's literally it's a frequency wellness center in the palm of your hand.
That's awesome. So how would users interface with this? What do they need to do in order for the software to pick up the frequencies and then determine what needs to be adjusted to get to that more perfected frequency
Yeah, it's
for
so easy.
you? Because I love it. I think we're all unique too. And I love it that you said that because we all are going to resonate a little bit differently, right?
Right. Everybody has a different starting point,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I set people up as a client with the software so it reads their frequency blueprint. And then there's 10 different programs I could run. Each one's a little different. You'll hear more about that tonight. And basically, like I said, it'll scan your frequency blueprint depending on what the part of the software is. Like I said, we have different parts of the software that address the physical body. We have parts of the software that address our emotional body. We have different parts of the software that address our mental body and then our spiritual body too. It could balance meridians, which is a very ancient art with, like acupuncture, like Chinese medicine, and
Yeah.
chakras. So they can do that through the quantum field. So you can either work with a practitioner, like I'm a quantum living advocate. And so I could put your information into my software and run the different scans. Or you could even get your own subscription to the software and have it just do it in the privacy of your own home every day. I do it every morning. It's what keeps me tuned up and tuned in and on purpose so that I could fully express everything that God has put me here to do. So it gives me, to me, it's like my little secret edge that I have because I
Yeah.
get optimized every day.
So that's your morning routine.
It is
That's
part
how
of my
you get
morning
that's
routine.
how you get adjusted for the day. That's good because we
Absolutely.
all have our own morning routine, right?
Yes,
So,
yes, for
and
sure.
then before we got on, you had mentioned the quantum frequencies. Over 100 years old, 100 years ago, this was discovered. And I kind of laughed, and I said everything we're doing today with energy healing, like with the reiki, that was 100 years ago. This everything with the mindset. I mean, there's books written 100 years ago. Even probably if you keep going back, it's been around forever. And I
Yeah,
know a large part of what you do, what I do, is we are out here talking about things, educating people about how we can heal more naturally.
yeah,
And but yet we're using information that's really, really old. This is not a new age thing. This has been around forever, but we still need to keep doing what we're doing because there's still a lot of people that are trying to understand, about how do you heal naturally, and then, I kind of laugh and it's like, and it took me a while. It took me 45 years before I realized, oh, wow, there is energy healing. There is, mindset is powerful, but to really then not only read about it, but jump into it and actually do it so you can experience it yourself. So I still think we have a lot of educating to do and
we do.
to keep moving forward with our work.
Well, and I also do complimentary sessions with one part of the software so people can experience it. I think that once you experience it yourself, it's a different level of understanding for sure.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I get to do every day. I educate and do complimentary scans, and then of course I have paid clients that also work with me because they see what's available, and then they either want to get the software for themselves, or they pay me to work with them. So I feel very blessed to get to do what I do.
Yes. So tonight, the class will dive in deeper on the frequencies, the wellness frequencies that you can use with an app. And so we have that Zoom link that is posted on. We're live on a few channels right now, but that link is posted under this video here. So if anybody would like to join, that's at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and Connie and some of her colleagues will be holding that class. So now, how much is the class to join?
Oh, the class is free tonight. And then, like I said, if you haven't experienced this yet, we do complimentary sessions over Zoom,
Mhm.
because all of this works through the quantum field. So I've worked with people as far away as Australia, Europe, all over the United States and Canada. And so, yeah, we're just getting the word out, getting them to experience it. And either it's a fit for them or it's not, or they might know somebody that it is. So it might not be for you, but you might know that. Like, oh, I have that friend who talks about energy. Like, invite them to the presentation tonight. They'll like it.
Yeah. So tell me, why were you so drawn to this specific healing modality of frequencies?
Well, so for those of you who don't know my story, in March 16th of 2020, my precious 18-year-old son Nicholas had a massive heart attack and was instantly gone. And it put me in it just had me. It was not good. It was a very dark time of my life, and emotionally, the grief was very, very intense. I didn't know it could be that intense. And physically, my left knee was already bone on bone, and I was having a difficult time walking. Well, after Nicholas went to heaven, my right knee went out, and I ended up in a wheelchair, Jennifer. And at the age of 48 years old, I was in a wheelchair, could not walk. And, you know, I knew God kept waking me up every day. So I knew there had to be more. I knew that there had to be some solutions out there. And a dear friend of mine, an angel in my life, named Julie, called me up. And I'm 52 now. So when I was in my early 20s, I got exposed to frequency healing. And I was studied to be a Reiki master. And I've done Touch for Health. We actually healed my son's autism with frequencies, color therapy, and frequencies. So I knew that was all possible. And I was in such a depressed, just dark place when Julie called. Like, everything that I knew how to do some things, but I had literally no energy to do that, to generate it myself. And so
Mhm.
Julie called and said, hey, they're looking for beta testers for the software. Like I said, it used to be this $38,000 machine. They're going to be importing things into this new software. They're looking for testers. And I'm like, sign me up. Like, what do I need to do to get my hands on this? And that was in August of 2020. And I'm going to tell you, it really literally did save my life. It helps me every day. There's not a moment that goes by that I don't miss my son. And I'm able to function in the way that I want to function in the world, knowing I still have work to do. Like I said, God
Mhm.
keeps waking me up. So every morning he wakes me up, I know there's something else for me to do that day. And it wasn't really serving me or anybody else in the state I was in. And
Mhm.
using the software helped me go from a wheelchair to a walker to a cane to the last 3 years I've been working out with a trainer, and I released over 100 pounds. And
Right.
it literally saved my life. So I am so passionate about it, which is one of the reasons I give sessions away, because people need
Yeah.
to know about this. You do not have to have a life of suffering. Like, suffering
Mhm.
needs to be optional.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing your story, because I know that you're passionate about what you do. I know you're
Yes.
passionate about this wellness frequency that you have available for everyone. And usually that passion is because of how it's helped you in your life. So, um, so thank you for that. how can people best reach you if they want to try? I know that you were doing inner voice sessions before. If they
Yep.
just want a sampling of what this could do for them, is that
Yeah.
something you're still doing?
Oh, absolutely. I do those almost every day. So absolutely. So whatever platform you're watching this on, reach out in the comments. I have a website, ConnieRoseUp.com. You can reach me there too. Yeah, just reach out on like at Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're seeing this, and
And
I
then you
will.
can schedule them over Zoom
Yes,
virtual if they
yes,
prefer. Okay.
yes. It's
And
great.
then they can try it out and see if this is something that might work for them.
Well, and
All right.
everybody gets 5 custom audios for them that are special for them that helps bring their emotional body back into resonance with the divine. And
Mhm.
just I'm telling you, people listen to their songs that are custom for them, and so many different results have happened for anywhere from better sleep to anxiety dissipates, pain dissipates. We help a lot of people with pain actually. Um, and like I said, like you could use it really for like whatever you're up to. Like if you're looking for a happier, fuller, more abundant life, you use the frequencies for abundance too. Help. I get so many stories, but yeah, like there's so whatever you're looking for, you might just get curious. Like, I wonder how frequencies can help me with this. And I would love to
Mhm.
have a conversation with you to um, show you how that can be done.
All right. Well, very good. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we leave?
Just thank you for being you. You are such a bright light.
Thank you. Thank you for your service and thank you for your light. And thanks for anyone who's joining in now or might be listening later on. But join Connie's Zoom at 7:30 tonight. It's free and you can learn more about the wellness frequencies.